as you figured it out, I'm sure like a lot of people think additively when they think of self improvement or personal development or how do I become the person that I need to be in order to get to the place where I accomplish these goals, right? They think additively. They think like I need to add things into my life or start doing more things. Was there anything that was actually subtractive? Did you focus on taking certain things out of your life in order to reach the point where you are now? And also past that, are there things that you think you need to take out of your life to hit the next level of your goals?
Whoa, unprepared for that one. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna try to think of a good answer right now. I think it's a very valuable question to ponder. I'm sure that like, if you go to Tony Robbins or something, that'll be one of the questions they'll ask you. But as in like, I think that's a very good question. One of the things, sometimes you have to make room. Like you probably see like I have books, like all around. Like my whole house is like filled with books. I got to I have like 1,200 books on Audible, and like I go to Barnes and Noble. I probably should stop, right? So basically, I have too many books, and then eventually, right? So I've started trying to be more, like maybe use ChatGPT or like to kind of like summarize books or eliminate those kinds of things. I'm pretty selective about what conferences maybe I'll go to and kind of what content you consume. There's a lot of content. The challenge with content and conferences and books and so forth is that you don't know where that spark or where that extremely right, you just don't know, right? It's we none of us know the answer, right? None of us know the answers to most questions, right? We're all kind of like going through life in the dark. And so, I have a model that I use that's helped me a lot in life that got from poker, which is kind of like a probabilistic model of did you ever play poker? Do you play poker? But
I've played poker before, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for me, probabilistic value, expected value, and that nothing is deterministic is kind of how I go through life, right? And so I basically like I don't know the answer, but I just kind of always making bets about what I think is the right, and then you just go with it, right? And so if you make a calculated decision and then it turns out to be wrong, like that's okay because you still made the right decision with the information that you had at the time, and then you can kind of keep going. And so then if you get really good at this, then over time, just like in poker, any given day you can lose, but in the long run, you're probably gonna do pretty well, right? And so back to your original question, like I guess I try to my schedule, in some ways, like, you I think being busy and having a lot of things on your plate is a blessing because, they say like a healthy person has 1,000 problems, but a sick person has one. Right, so I'd much rather have 1,000 problems, and so being engaged in kinda, like, being excited about a lot of stuff, and sometimes it's too much, like, I have a lot of ideas, I wanna pursue a lot of stuff, wanna try a lot of things, and so that means you're kinda, like, hungry for life, right, and so you're I haven't figured out, a solution for fear of missing out, like, I think that's still a thing, right, so you're yeah, and that's part of the reason why I have all these books is because I have a fear of missing out what's in that book, that might have to answer that. So I don't have a great answer.